haven't
Oh,
the adapter and I gotta do the software, whatever.
all right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
So Jasmine's in the green room, so our people don't see her.
No, I can. Yeah. No, I have her on another scene.
Yeah.
Can they hear her? No, they can't hear her either. Can you hear us,
No,
Jazz?
because see, it says interviewer mute,
Yeah. Interview.
interview mute.
That's her.
Right.
All right, good. But she can hear us. So you're not on screen right now, Jazz. We're doing our
Okay,
countdown.
got it.
10:54. You want to adjust the numbers
Adjust
or
it
just
to
let
what?
it run? Or you want to give it
Adjust it
10
to what?
minutes? 6 minutes? What's up, Adam?
Good morning, Adam. How you doing?
Shelton from Daytona Beach in the building. Shelton sent us a comment this week, I think. He was saying how he lived in the DMV before.
Oh yeah.
I remember reading
remember
Adam's.
that.
Yeah, I remember reading Adam's comment. Adam, we read all of our comments, man, and we answer everything that comes through. You know, occasionally it's not quite as quickly as we'd like to, right?
We're
Just
getting there.
navigating our lives and everything. But appreciate you watching and engaging, man, and all the best to you. Certainly, we are here to support in whatever way we can, man. DMV is dope. DMV is definitely one of the dopest areas on planet Earth. Completely agree, Adam. So understated, yet sophisticated, yet southern, yet not really. The intelligentsia, the vibes, the multiculturalism, the importance of the federal government connections and how it impacts the U.S. and the entire world. So much dopeness about Metro DC, in my view. So completely cool. Completely agree with you, Adam. Got a surprise for y'all today. Gomer Powell would say a surprise. Mm-hmm. I think I heard our guest, but nobody else heard it though, right? Did I just hear something?
Yeah, they can't hear.
Okay, cool. Did you put my my article up?
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Why you blushing? Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. You do. Show me something, give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. We've been dancing all night long, right here with you.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Conversations with Heath and Tracy on Heath and Tracy TV.
What's up, y'all? Good morning. Happy Saturday. We've got a different show for you today. Might be a little bit longer.
Not necessarily. Not
Well,
necessarily.
We'll see.
We're gonna be crisp
We're
on
gonna
this
take
beautiful
our
Saturday
time.
morning.
We're gonna take our time.
Tracy and I meet here every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. EST to demystify your move to the DMV. And since we are such transparent people, we also give you the latitude to ask us anything.
So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. We are here for you today.
Yeah, and if you're moving to the DMV, we want to help. So that's why we're here every Saturday morning.
So today we're talking about, we visited Graverly Point. It's one of those really cool areas in the DMV.
We did.
We've been going there for years. When we lived here before, it's one of our daughter's favorite spots to go. And speaking of daughter, we'll keep that going. And then we're going to talk about Hyattsviile today. A few of our followers, a few of our people have asked us about Hyattsviile, so we're going to talk about Hyattsviile today. And then for Design Your Life, we're going to ask you the question: do you have a challenge network?
What you got? What you got? And if this is your first time here, I'm Heath.
And I'm Tracy.
Tracy and I are parents, podcasters, and joyfully married after 31 years.
Ooh, I got to add the one in there.
Yeah, 31 years.
31.
Tracy and I have 4 children. We're also...
No, we have 4 heirs. We don't have children anymore.
Tracy and I have 4 offspring, 4 heirs, 4 people that we created, procreated, produced, nurtured.
We don't have any children.
We did all of that already. You know?
Been there, done that, bought the T-shirt.
And as you can also see, Tracy and I are YouTubers. We are podcasters. We are authors. We are tech workers.
No, you're the author.
We are, you author too.
Eh.
We are tech workers. We are certified marriage counselors, right? So, you know, if you have those kinds of things that you want to get into, reach out to us after the show. Tracy and I do one-on-ones as well. And so glad to help you if you need any kind of deep dives into any of that kind of data.
So if you need help relocating to the area, take a second and subscribe to our channel. We talk about our family. We talk about our marriage. And we talk about moving to the DMV.
Make sure you hit that like button as well. We like to be liked. You know, who doesn't?
And if you're new here,
Make sure you type new you down in the comment section, please.
That's Heath's idea.
We want to chop it up with you. We want to reach out to you after the show, and as some of our folks will attest to that, we answer our comments. So if you have a comment, if you have a question, we are engaging down in the comment section after the show. So make sure you type new you if this is your first time here.
Welcome to Conversations with Heath and Tracy.
You got to hit me back in. Welcome back to Conversations with Heath and Tracy, where we are here every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. EST. And so for those who are regular watchers of the show, we have a little surprise for you today. In addition to the show, there she is. We are super excited to bring in the multi-talented, multifaceted, obviously beautiful, both inside and out.
Where you get them jeans, girl?
Look, this is our firstborn heir to the show, award-winning journalist, graduate of the
Howard University.
HU.
HU?
This is our daughter, y'all. Jasmine Lynn Turner's in the building, Jasmine.
Also known as Dreams of Jasmine. Is that where we can find you, Jazz?
That's where you can find me, yes.
Y'all check her out.
Check her out.
Welcome, Jasmine.
We brought Jasmine in for the young folk.
Yeah.
The young folk that want to know what's going on in the DMV.
And actually, when we look at our data points in our YouTube, a lot of our listeners are in Jasmine's age range. Right, a lot of people who view our content,
they are
in that range, and
so this should be pretty good. Jump in, ask some questions,
yep.
Let us know what you want to know about the DMV, and we can move on there. But the first thing I want to show you guys is we went to Graverly Point. This is one of your favorite places, isn't it, Jasmine? Tell them what you like about Graverly Point.
I like that it has so much space, which post-pandemic, I feel like that is important, or I think post-COVID we're calling it.
Right.
And
the panorama.
Watching the planes fly over, it's right next to the airport, it's on the water. And so even though it's a lot of people who go out there, it can be very private. If you're with one person or a group of people, you can really spread out.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a place, I think, for all age groups. Every time I go out there, I see people of every age. I see the bikers and the people on the scooters.
Yep.
They do have porta potties, which
Yep.
is
they
gross.
do.
That's
they
important.
do.
That's
but
important.
I mean, sometimes you gotta
You have
go.
to go, while you're out there. Especially if you bring a few drinks or something.
Okay,
Drinks.
bring it.
Picnic blanket. Or if you want to take a run, it's great to run.
Yep.
And it kind of connects to other trails and things, so you can run down by the harbor, by the boats.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it connects to like this longer, I'm not sure what path or trail it is specifically, but it's just a nice day to spend. It's a nice way to spend an afternoon.
I completely agree, Jasmine. What's going on, Care? How you doing?
Good morning.
Welcome.
Care.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Shout out to the
morning.
regulars. Shout out to the regulars. No doubt.
What's the other thing we did this weekend? It was Father's Day last weekend. Father's Day.
We went down on the water. We did some canoeing and some kayaking, and we had some meals together, and it was just a beautiful weekend. It was dope.
Oh no, my boat
had all of our
boat isn't running.
It's all good.
No,
we had all of our heirs with us, and we were all about Georgetown all day that day. So that was kind of cool. It had been a long time since I spent that much time in Georgetown in one day, but it was really fun. We had a great day. Well, while you're doing that, baby, why don't I show the audience the flowers I cut this morning?
Okay, go right ahead.
Jasmine, you didn't know that we had like a little flower session, did you?
I didn't realize.
Yeah, so see, this is like a thing. It has evolved into a thing, right? And so each Saturday morning, because it's time to refresh the flowers anyway for Queen Tracy, what I wanted to take into account.
You make them for her too.
I do make flowers for Jasmine, absolutely. And so I want to take into account our audience and give them some fresh vibes, some beautiful pops of color. and it's just such a blessing to have so much foliage in our yard.
Get in the camera, baby.
But okay. I gotta grab the flowers. So give me a second.
You know, he's got to grab the flowers. But let me see if I can find them.
Adam. Grand Rising, Adam.
Yes, yes. So today I went out into the garden and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go just hydrangea today. Okay. So what I love about that one right here in the front is like it's pink, but it's got like these cool blue intricacies in the petals.
I love the blue.
Those are pretty. Yeah, we have so many species of hydrangea in the yard.
I saw some purple ones pop up too.
It's crazy. So then we got like some pale pink. Those are very abundant in the garden.
You didn't get in the purple ones, baby. Those are by your office.
But I wanted to go hard on the blue. So we got some blues all through here, right? And so it's just popping. I love it. And then I got a hardcore kind of like fuchsia pinkish thing happening right there. So yeah, that's what's happening.
Wait, you got to show them this one. This one has pink petals with the blue in the middle, y'all.
There you go.
It's like a baby blanket bouquet.
Oh, I love that, Jazz. I love that.
Hydrangea game strong.
Hydrangea game. Don't drop the curtain. Okay, there we go. Woo, we almost had an accident a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but see that one's smaller. So even though it's crystal, it's heavier, but it's small. I can get my hand around it, and it's cool. Jasmine, we were doing the flower session last week, and I had like the big vase, the big crystal vase that I usually have down in the living room. I had that one up here, and I reached to grab it from behind, and it almost tipped over.
And you know we have this glass thing back here, so it's like.
So it's on a glass table, and then we got all the electronics underneath the table, and it was like our heart stopped.
All those years of raising children, and y'all haven't learned that you can't be having glass everywhere.
But see, that's what happens, right? You since we don't have small children anymore, right? You kind of lose some of that stuff, right?
We don't have children.
They broke something literally like 3 weeks ago.
What? You just now telling us?
Well, you didn't notice it, so clearly it
wasn't.
Oh
no! What is it?
And then me and Dad have broken like 12 wine glasses since we got here. One day, me and Dad I broke a wine glass on Friday, and he broke one on Saturday.
And they don't tell me. You see how they do me, y'all?
Look.
Yep.
I just go to my closet, and I'm like, I thought I had some more wine glasses.
See, that's just God's abundance right there.
I don't know about all that. See, now I'm going to go count them.
They getting kind of low.
Oh, my gosh. Care, yes, I am super proud of my arrangements. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Care, for being here for it. I mean,
I call Montel Stewart. I mean, Montel Stewart.
Montel Stewart.
Montel Stewart.
Montel Stewart in the house. So let's see what we got here. Just a dude. Congratulations. Hi, guys. Just an update on my moving situation.
Okay.
We managed to close on a $2.5 million home in Chevy Chase, Maryland. Woo, woo. Woo, woo.
We got some new neighbors.
We got some new neighbors.
Yes.
Congratulations. That's a good price for Chevy Chase.
Hey, y'all right in the mix. I mean,
that's awesome.
The location right there, we've done some, we did a deep dive on Chevy Chase, didn't we, baby?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so when you talk about Chevy Chase right there, Chevy Chase, Bethesda, right there on the edge of D.C., I mean, all of the vibes is happening. You got the city feel, but it's just outside of the city. You can go in, you can come out, you can be in your area.
Yep.
Things are accessible. They're walkable.
The schools are good. It's a great, great area.
Absolutely.
We had dinner with some friends. That's where they live.
That's a great get. Congratulations.
Dinner with some friends last night.
We definitely will look forward to seeing y'all on the meet up. The meet up is forthcoming.
Yes, it's going to be great.
No doubt.
And Adam said, yes, we will review the Georgetown area and the Anacostia area.
Yeah, we sure will, Adam.
Two very different areas. Very different areas, Adam.
Yeah.
Yes.
What were you saying about it, Jess?
I just said, what up, east of the river?
East of the river.
East of the river. Is that what you call it?
East of the river is dope.
Yeah, he is so proud of his arrangements.
That's right.
I love that. It took me a minute, y'all. It took me a minute because I don't know. I just had to embrace it.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying it took me a minute for the flowers. I'm not a flower girl.
Right, she's
but
not.
we live in such an abundance of flowers and beauty around our house that I've grown to love it.
Yes.
I've grown to love it.
And then the thought and the passion behind the flower cut and the when I'm picking colors and thinking about my queen and my princess when I'm bringing flowers into the house. I mean, this is not just
He makes them for
random.
Jasmine too. Don't
It's
get it
about
twisted. He makes.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
showed y'all the picture last week. That's for all the women's bedrooms.
I said
so
my
that's
princess as
except
well.
for the other princess. She don't like bugs.
Yeah.
We had one bug.
It was a little teeny
Spider, and she
was
freaked out. So she never wanted
said,
it.
"Daddy,
No,
I
it
don't-"
was a big spider.
It was.
It was
It
a
was.
huge.
She said, "Daddy, I don't
Okay,
want you
wait a
to-"
minute, y'all. We got a super chat. What's up?
Oh, my man Ronald. Woo.
Woo woo, Ronald. Welcome to the show, Ronald. Yeah, super chat. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you. So,
My man Ronald always coming through.
don't you love it? Just,
Ronald,
you know, we
shout out to the
appreciate you,
regulars.
Ronald.
Shout out to Ronald.
Ronald's
gets the
on the
special.
regular, Miss Jet. We'd like to introduce you to our daughter, Jasmine.
Ronald, this is Jasmine.
Just Ron. Okay. So his question is, how much different is the winter weather in DC in comparison to Atlanta? Oh my gosh.
That's a great question for Jasmine.
It is. Go ahead, Jazz.
Okay, well, being a suburban Atlanta native, high school, I lived in Atlanta K through 12,
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
and I think I would get that like
Busey
winter.
campus. Busey
I
campus,
would
Woodward
get
Academy.
that, Mom would give me that pea coat from Old Navy, and that was about it that I ever had in the winter. I had that J-Lo puffer coat, but that was for fashion.
Shout out J-Lo.
Had like a metallic silver
Oh, I
short
remember that one.
fur hood and the
Mhm.
gold accessories on it.
Right.
But I rarely wore that, honestly.
Yeah.
I think I wore it like when I got it for a while because it just wasn't necessary. And I
Mhm.
think in Atlanta, and I'm sure it's gotten a little colder due to we're calling it now the climate crisis.
Okay. All right.
but-
I'm not down with crisis, but okay.
Calling it now, Lord. And because a couple years ago, Atlanta did have that snow situation
Yep.
with
Yep.
the
It did.
highway and everything.
Yep.
But for the most part, you could get away with a sweatshirt while your car is heating up.
Yep, you could.
Run outside to get in the car because that's another difference is in
Yeah.
Atlanta, it's not a walking city. So
Mhm.
you're not outside in the cold. You're going from place to place getting into your car in the winter.
Excellent point.
Whereas DC, you might be waiting for the train. You might have to, go somewhere with people that you know, and then they want to make a different move. And so then
Right.
you're outside waiting for your Uber or your Lyft. And,
Yep.
or you're just a commuter. And so that's how you get around. Or even if you do have a car, a lot of people here park on the street. So your
Yep.
car
Right.
is outside all night and perhaps it snowed or it's freezing.
It snows
temperature.
here. It snows here, definitely.
Definitely snows occasionally. It's not a lot, but I think about my friends in Chicago and our family.
Not even close. Not even
and
close.
Not anywhere near that.
Mm-mm.
But it does snow, so I think it's definitely a matter. It took me a long time to figure out what clothes were appropriate. Now I feel like I'm a professional dresser.
You are, Jasmine. So let me tell y'all something. When those cold days come around and we'll see each other downstairs or something, Jasmine you don't have enough clothes on. She will tell you, now where are we going? Okay, and then she's like, so no, you need to go put on, and she will get us right because we've been in Georgia and North Carolina.
Yeah.
So she is a professional dresser when it comes to this weather.
And Jasmine was a fashion blogger for a while as well, right?
Were you,
and
Jazz? Which
Jasmine
blog was that?
Jasmine had a fashion blog.
Lives and
Our Lovely Lives. Yeah.
Our Lovely Lives.
See,
I
you forgot
remember
about
that
that
one.
Jasmine Fly.
I forgot about Jasmine Fly. I forgot about Jasmine Fly.
Throwback.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the point is that Jasmine understands how to dress as well as how to dress for the weather. So I just wanted to plug Jasmine for her style and fashion sense.
yes, you need a coat in DC.
You need a real. Now tell them what kind of coat you got.
You need a coat that goes at least to your knees.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm still trying to find one that goes to my ankles that I like, but you need the down feathers.
Yes.
You need the insulation.
Yes.
You need a hat. You need a scarf. You need gloves. You need the right socks. I think a lot of people sleep on socks.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't sleep on the socks.
I hate socks.
I'm not a fan of socks either, but
Says
you
the
need
Florida
them
girl.
in the winter. and you need boots. I mean, I would say that
Yes, you need boots.
I would definitely make that list and be looking for those things if I knew I was going to spend a winter in DC. And I got rid of some of those things when we moved and transitioned and combined lives, and I felt it this winter for sure. A
Yes.
little bit because I have a car now, but
Yeah. But
still on days when I'd get out of the car and have to walk somewhere, I'd be
yep.
like, "Ooh, I wasn't prepared to do this."
Right, right. But I will say that winter is a good 60 days, a good
Mm-hmm.
solid. Like January,
Mm-hmm.
you
Say 90
90
when does
days.
it get cold, Jazz?
December.
But
Well,
it
it's
doesn't.
to get cold.
Christmas, it was nice.
Yeah, no, it snowed on Christmas this year.
Nice. Nice.
Come
Oh, it
on,
sure did.
Northeastern girl. Mom said it was nice this.
Okay, okay. It's either that or the menopause. I don't know.
Yeah, Tracy
No,
had
I
like
mean, yeah.
it impacted Tracy differently this year,
I was like, this isn't so
outside
bad.
of outside of previous years, right? Because Tracy had the internal furnace that was arising very frequently, and so we won't get into
I
that.
call it a
today,
power surge.
Yes, yes.
It's not. It's not.
Oh,
It's
power up.
all positive,
She
y'all.
was
It's just
powering
a
up.
power surge.
She was
Power
powering
up.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So winter hit her differently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
January and February are almost unbearable because it
yeah,
doesn't
I agree. I agree.
so cold. It just gets so cold.
Mm-hmm.
But then March and December
Mm-hmm.
are both like
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a few
cold days.
21 degrees, 20-degree days
Yeah.
in both March and in December, and you may get snow depending on the year in both March or December.
Right.
Yeah. And then for additional context on that, right, for the, as Jasmine alluded to, for our people in New York and Chicago and upstate New York and other places like that,
Doesn't compare.
it's not the same.
We are in the South.
Yeah.
We are in the South.
Yeah. So you want to get into the
I wanted to say
data?
welcome to C. Ashton.
What's up, Ashton?
Hey, welcome to the show.
Okay,
oh, you
C.
guys are so inspiring. The DMV is definitely
Shout out.
somewhere I would move to. Yes, bring it to
Shout out.
DC.
Shout out to you, C.
Yes,
Come on
bring
through.
it.
Look, Jasmine has lived in DC for over 10 years,
Yeah.
right? And so Jasmine is it okay for me to tell your age, Jasmine?
No.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Jasmine is 31 years old, and Jasmine is in the age group where, she knows what's happening. So just make sure that you shout out to Jasmine, Dreams of Jasmine. You can find her, and she can get you some additional information.
Yeah, get prepared, Care 007. Definitely get prepared.
Oh, yeah.
So
Don't
we're going to
sleep.
jump into Hyattsviile a little bit, y'all. I hope I have this right. If you like anything so far, hit that like button.
Yeah, hit the
that
like button. Hit the
y'all.
like.
Hit the like button.
Subscribe if you're not subscribed.
So we're going to jump into Hyattsviile for a minute. Jasmine, what do
Hyattsviile,
you know
Maryland.
about Hyattsviile? So I know that it was incorporated in 1886.
Okay.
It is a pretty treed area, I guess you would say.
Okay.
It is a suburb of DC, guys, and it's located near a lot of employment hubs. Okay, it's much more than a bedroom community. It's it has a lot of history and a lot of historical sites.
Yes.
There's like a 25-acre arts district there. So if you're into arts or you're more of an artsy person, it's a really cool place for you. Hyattsviile has 11 parks.
Wow.
11
That's dope.
parks.
That's
Who
dope.
knew? I did not know that. And this is a map. It's right there in PG County, good old PG County.
PG.
What'd you say, babe?
I was looking at Chillum.
Oh, yeah. What you know about Chillum? So, University between Chillum and University Park. It's really not that far from the city limits at all.
Yeah.
It's right past. Isn't it right past Tacoma Park, Jazz?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty much right past Tacoma Park.
Yeah.
Then we've got overall, it's got lower grade for the public schools. I'd say that Hyattsviile is changing. Crime and safety is also in that C+ area, but as you can see, nightlife is a B+.
Hey.
So there are some things to do during the evening over there. Diversity is an A+ and B-. It's really good for families. I agree that it's good for families.
Yes, agree.
Places like Hyattsviile, Beltsville, Maryland, South Laurel, Maryland,
Yep.
Laurel, Maryland, and Adelphi,
Yep.
Maryland. So write those down if you're interested in a place like Hyattsville.
No people in all those areas.
If you work in Hyattsville, the median household income in Hyattsville is $81,736. So that's a little bit lower than some of the other places we've looked at.
But about $20K higher than the national average.
But like we said, if you move to DC, you will be bringing the coinage,
right?
Because you're going to make a little bit more money living here. When you say Jazz, they really, really take that into account.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say no matter what position you have, it's about, I think, 20 grand higher than the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Except for San Fran, New York.
Yeah.
Right.
Completely agree.
Yeah,
Completely
it's starting to creep up into that area though. So they are going to compensate you for living here. They understand that.
And there's also a Heath and Tracy Hyattsviile fun fact.
What is it? Oh.
For those
baby.
For those of you that don't know, Jasmine here on the screen.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't say it. He gonna say it.
Jasmine was conceived in Hyattsville.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed.
We used to live
now.
in Hyattsville. I'm just saying.
Are you embarrassed, Jasmine?
I'm used to it at this point.
I'm not.
Tracy and I lived in Hyattsville. And
we shacked in Hyattsville.
And
I thought G-Mom lived in Hyattsville.
No. She lived in where did she live? She lived somewhere else in Maryland.
Laurel.
She lived somewhere else in Maryland.
Yeah.
No, we lived in Hyattsville.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh,
there you go.
God. There you go.
The more you know.
The more you know. So they've got pretty good school. They got a few good schools there. If you take a note, you've got the Academy of Health Sciences. That's part of Prince George's Community College. The IT Public Charter School, Glen Arden Woods Elementary, Heather Hills Elementary, and it looks like they have a online type of classroom. There are about 18,000 people in Hyattsville, so it doesn't make it too big.
Right.
And y'all look at this. The median home value.
Okay.
336. That's about normal.
That's some opportunities.
It's like
right
above the national average. And the
yeah,
rent is a little bit lower also.
Yeah.
And then more people that live in Hyattsville rent than that own.
Looks like a lot of pluses to Hyattsville.
Right. And then this is just a little bit sampling of what a rental is. I gave you a little gamut here. You've got as much as $1,600 for those newer, fancier buildings.
Okay.
It's and I'm
2-1s,
gonna tell you right
2-2s.
now, that 16 plus is for that studio.
2-1
They're
and
560 square feet. Just so you
570,
know.
yeah.
But East
That's
West
on
Highway
East West.
is. What'd you say?
That's close. Because it's on East West.
Yeah. So tell us about East West.
Well, it's just closer to the Action, closer to the Metro, closer to. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know if this building is specifically closer.
Right, but it
that's-
says East West Highway, so I know I know where that is. It's close to the Action. You wouldn't have to have a car.
Yeah.
If you lived probably somewhere along East West Highway where this building is.
Top right. This is where we used to be, right? Cypress Creek Drive.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
These are the whole.
You passed it.
Please stop.
You
Please
passed
stop.
it.
Please
Cypress
stop.
Creek and Timber Ridge. Shout out.
Would you stop?
I would say you do need a car in Hyattsville.
Yeah, I think it's a better look, but I think the question is, do you have to have one?
Yeah, you can definitely get around without one, depending on where in Hyattsville you are.
Right.
I'm not sure if the metro station.
Addison lived out there, and she didn't have a car.
But you live right on East West, right there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you're right on East West, you could do. But if you're off of that, you probably need another mode of transportation.
Well,
but I'm saying,
buses.
compared to Bowie, no. It's
far out there.
Exactly.
Got it. So these are homes for sale?
Yeah, these are homes for sale,
condos?
and they are moving. I mean, I was sitting there looking at. I always try to find the newer listings for you guys, the freshest listings for you guys. And soon, they're like flipping. They're flipping as we speak. So that just gives you the idea of the hotness of Hyattsville. But this cute little townhouse, it's not bad for $500,000. And then you get a little cute little condo. I would say it's probably. But you could get one, right?
There you go.
And let's see.
3.5 baths is pretty good.
I think so. I think that's. For a new unit, for $500K, it's 1,600 square feet too. So I think that's good. Yeah, it's a very good investment. Okay. And then crime. So as you can see, crime has dropped
Wow,
dramatically
look at that.
in Hyattsville in the
Mm-hmm.
past decade. And
Yeah.
so it's right in line with Maryland and the
Mm-hmm.
rest of Maryland. It actually dipped below Maryland in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just right above the U.S. So,
Yeah,
and
it's all very similar around here.
and as far as population, as you
Mm-hmm.
can see, most of the people are married in
Mm-hmm.
Hyattsville. It's very family
Yep.
oriented,
Yep.
and as you can see, it's very, very diverse. A little bit of everything. I'd like to say a lot of my Latino people
Mm-hmm.
or the Spanish speaking community lives there.
Shout out to
And
that to the Latin
the
community.
commute is not that bad. The longest commute that most people have is that 30 to 34 minutes, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it just tells you it's a really, really good place. So if you like anything you see here, hit that like button.
Hit the like
that
button.
like button. We
I don't-
really like you to hit the like button so you can get into the algorithm working for us.
I don't know if our audience knows that you have kind of like the Afro Latin vibes, Tracy.
Dude, that's all right.
I don't know
it's
if you
okay.
have
I
ever gotten into
mean,
that. I was
you
just
know,
just a point.
that's who I am.
Just a point.
I understand Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. My grandmother was an immigrant from Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
My father speaks Spanish.
Okay,
and
okay.
goes. We're gonna try to go this year, but I want the panorama to be over before I go
right.
anywhere.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
We're not like Miss Jasmine who traveled the freaking country during the panorama. That's not me. That's just not me.
But she's young and healthy.
What's Danica say?
Oh,
Good
I
morning,
prefer,
Denisha. Good morning.
Hey, Denisha.
Denisha said, I moved here almost a month ago, and you guys were oh my God. Look at that. I watched, I listened. I love that listen.
Look at that. Look at
and
that.
learned a lot from you. Thank you. And I thank you for being a real guide to my transition. Appreciate you guys.
Shout
Thank
out,
you.
Denisha.
We love you. Thank you
Shout
so
out to
much.
you.
Congratulations.
Welcome
girl.
to the DMV.
Welcome to the DMV.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, so here we go. This part of the show. Which is this?
We're gonna transition.
Okay.
We're gonna do a transition, Jazz.
Okay.
This is the part of the show where we like to go into a different space and time and place. So instead of doing what we were, now we're doing what we will be on this day with Heath and Tracy. Snaps off the dome. All right, what are we're gonna do the mindset now? Is that what we're doing? What are we doing?
We have any other questions, guys?
Let's get to the questions. Let's get to let's down into the comments.
Let's see.
So we're going back into the comment section, Jazz.
Oh, we already did that one. Okay, here we go.
What's up, Kier?
So she took advantage of those cheap flights. I don't blame you. Yes, she did.
She's
Tell them where
smart.
you went, Jazz. Tell them where you went.
Give it to us, Jazz.
So in October,
October, what year?
Indigenous Peoples Day weekend 2020.
Okay.
People sleep on traveling during what we formerly called Columbus Day weekend.
Okay.
That's probably one of my favorite weekends to travel because it's not a day that everyone like celebrates necessarily, although we're starting to celebrate it now as it's been transitioned to celebrate a different group. But yeah, the weather, it's the beginning of October, so the weather, no matter where you go, is always like that late summer, early fall. So one year I went to Miami on Indigenous Day weekend, and the weather was perfect.
Okay. Shout out to the bottom.
The 2020, I went on a road trip with my two closest friends.
Besties.
And my two besties. Shout out to H-Town, Houston, Thyroid Ward. And I flew into Denver. We met in Denver, Colorado. And we drove in a Chevy Traverse, which was a very comfortable road tripping car.
Okay,
and
shout out Chevy.
For the gram, but it didn't work out, unfortunately, because there were no rental cars. But Kim came through with that executive elite membership, and we got the Chevy Traverse, and it was roomy and comfortable and quiet, and it drove all rotated driving. But anyway, so we drove from Denver to Yellowstone. We drove through Wyoming.
Wow.
And Idaho to get to Yellowstone.
But y'all didn't stop to see Kanye.
We tried, Dad, but, unfortunately,
Told y'all to
our
holler at Kanye.
schedules weren't lining up.
Okay, okay,
Now we
okay.
know he had a lot going on at that
He
time.
did. He
So,
did.
um, yeah, so we drove through Wyoming, which was just gorgeous,
Mm-hmm.
and through Idaho, not quite as gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
did go to the more rural
Yeah.
side, more farm side of Idaho. So it
Okay.
was a lot. It was crazy to see how much farm life is still so active.
Mm.
I was telling mom and dad that I really did think I was from a small town until
No.
2020 when I went
Mm-mm.
on that road trip.
Shout out Fayetteville, Georgia.
Shout out to Georgia. I really did think that I was from a small town, and I am not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we stayed in Yellowstone for 3 nights,
Mm.
and we did the park.
Can we say
Yellow.
there's nothing in Yellowstone but bison?
No, that's not true. There are
Mm.
gazelles,
Gazelles.
and there are mountains, rivers,
Mm.
valleys,
But are
fish.
there people?
Well, people don't inhabit Yellowstone National Park, but people
Right,
were
but
there, yes.
they
There were
okay.
People there.
people there when we went. I mean, there were people I mean, it wasn't crowded because it's
It
like
was the panorama. It was the middle.
acres in the middle of nowhere. But geysers, I mean, I would go again. And
Really?
Mm.
yeah, I would do things differently. It was so
Mm.
funny. I was like planning. It was so hard to kind of gather. That was probably some of the hardest research I've ever done
Mm.
because the park is huge and it covers Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. Like we were in multiple states while driving through the park each
Wow.
day. We
Wow.
would start off in Wyoming and then all of a sudden we'd be in Montana. And
Mm.
so there was one place we went called the Lamar Valley.
Mm-hmm.
It took us 3 hours to drive there from the entrance of the park.
Mm.
We were still in the park. So you could drive for a few hours and basically drive from one side of the park to the other. And that's basically you crossing state lines while you're doing that. So there were I think if I went again, I'd get a group
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay, that makes sense.
we would stay at a lodge
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
in the park.
Okay, why don't we do it? Get a group
Yeah.
together and let's go to the middle of the country.
What did I
DMV
learn?
meetup.
Only 1% of visitors a year are Black.
Uh-huh.
Something
Oh, we need to change that.
Wow.
It's like it is like grown up Disney World. Like if
Mm-hmm.
Really?
um because nature is so calming and beautiful and
It
soothing.
is.
I
It
was
is.
talking to Kim and Hannah about it the other day, and
Mm-hmm.
Hannah was like, we really quietly drove through nature for a week. And
Yeah.
I mean, we talked, of course, and we had our little R&B jams and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
we really just drove looking at beautiful, open, untouched nature and
Wow.
things you just don't see every day if you don't live somewhere like Hawaii
Mm-hmm.
or,
Mm-hmm.
Colorado. If you don't live out there, then you
Right.
never see anything like that. And I was telling Addison, like, I see the song now, the "Oh Beautiful."
You can see
I'm
it.
like, oh,
What?
this is what they were talking
You were
about.
living it.
Yeah. What about as compared to living in the DC area? Like I've noticed since we've been in the panorama that you and your siblings kind of go out and do these things now.
Mhm.
So like, we did the kayaking the other day, and you and William have gone on some
Hiking
pasture or
and
something. You were tell me about that a little bit.
What was that? Sky Meadows State Park.
mm,
Yeah, I think that's honestly come from. I think I was not anti Virginia, but it seemed like such a trek when I was living in DC,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
which I just feel like is like a DC a DC thing.
Okay, Jasmine, you literally live 10 minutes from DC right
I
now.
know. Well, I didn't have a car though, so
Right. Okay.
where we live on the metro would
Mm,
be very different. Yes,
Right.
right.
we wanted to do Route 66,
Mm-hmm.
but too too much time. I mean, honestly, I see why people get campers and go out there for a month. You could go to the West for 30 days
Wow.
and
Yeah.
still not see everything. We could have spent 7 full days just in Yellowstone for
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
But yeah, I think being in Virginia has just obviously made me more open to Virginia, and
Yeah.
Virginia has so many parks and landmarks
Mm-hmm.
and hikes and trails and they're all not like super far. I think when we were in North Carolina and we wanted to do stuff like that, everything, well, when we were in Raleigh, Durham specifically,
Mm-hmm.
everything like that was, I mean,
Far.
hours and hours away,
Yeah.
4 hours, 6 hours away. North Carolina is a lot bigger than is a lot wider than
Yeah,
I
it
It's
think
is
wide.
really
I.
wide. Yep.
And so some of these gorgeous places were just too far for a day trip.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff in Virginia is like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
Um,
cool. It's so
or it's
cool.
even closer than that because where we went for your birthday, mom, is only what, an hour. Um,
Where we go for my birthday?
we went to Middleburg.
Oh, that was so nice.
Oh
I
yeah,
love that. We did go to
we went
Middleburg.
wine
Yeah.
tasting and
Do a
yeah,
lot
we
of
had a
stuff
nice
around Middleburg that
antiquing.
in
Yeah, it
and
was really
around
cool.
Middleburg, a lot of hikes, a lot
It
of
just doesn't take that long to get there.
Mm-hmm.
and it just doesn't take, especially because you're not going towards the sea.
Right, right, right.
Right, right. Hi, Ree. Good morning.
Hey, what's going
Yes,
on,
it's
Ree?
our daughter.
Ree probably recognized Jasmine from one of our other videos.
Oh yeah, and
Mhm.
that is right, guys. So if you've never met Jasmine before, she was in one of our more popular videos, pros and cons. We have two of them actually,
Mhm.
pros and cons of DC, where we talked about things like renting and commuting and finding jobs here. We really, really got into that. So if you have any questions for her around that, put that in the
Yeah.
comments.
What's up, Russ?
And the other thing is that Jasmine also attended Howard University, and she's an award-winning journalist
Mm-hmm.
that now resides in Arlington, Virginia. But we also lived in North Carolina and Georgia.
We
And
did.
out of the three places that you've lived, Jazz, I like to ask you why do you like DC the most? If you like DC the most,
How you know she like DC the most?
I'm asking.
Okay.
That's why I asked the question. Atlanta, North Carolina, DC.
I will say that I think all three places have different things to offer.
Oh yeah.
True.
And also I spent my earlier years in Atlanta.
Right.
So I didn't have an adult experience with Atlanta. I wasn't, trying to get to grocery stores and trying to establish the foundation of my life there.
Right.
And so I want to be clear about that. It's not, I've spent the most time almost in DC. I spent the most time in DC as an adult.
Right. Right.
But I have friends still in Atlanta who are like there to stay, and that's
Not leaving, roots, everything.
they are planning roots in Atlanta. So
Uh-huh.
I think what I like about DC, it has this like practicality about it,
Yeah.
which I think is similar to my own personality.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's kind of very cut and dry. It's very straightforward. I like that it's not difficult at all to find a job here.
Mm-hmm.
I've known people
At all.
Pro tip.
if I wanted to get a job right now, I mean, I know it wouldn't be anything.
What? You're not working? Are you one of the millennials that?
working.
Wait a minute. Are
For
you one of
myself.
those people? You're one of those people.
I am one of the millions of Black women who left their jobs
During.
post-COVID.
Yeah, that
I
probably
went
could
to a
be.
party, not a party. It was a gathering of vaccinated people,
Mhm.
and I went to a gathering,
to a party.
of weeks ago, and I met 3 other Black women who had also quit their jobs.
Mhm.
And
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. Gotta love it, guys.
I mean,
So-
you found a job and we moved here how quickly, Mom? I mean,
In a
like,
week. 1 week. Wait, I was just putting it into the atmosphere too, guys. I wasn't looking. I was just like, oh, I need to find a job, and I needed to pay this much because I want to do these things. And it was like, boom. So it was just like, it's so easy to find a job here. It's so easy to find. We got a question for you, Jasmine.
Okay.
Says Jasmine, I have to ask, how is the dating scene in the DMV for an adult professional woman? Asking for a friend, aka myself.
Well, I can only speak for the that's a loaded question.
Why is it loaded?
Because I think that dating is so different than it used to be.
Mhm.
And even though like dating apps and things are very popular,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
they're still very new. And I don't know if we know yet the actual data on the long-term success of
Mm-hmm.
dating apps. We
Well,
know that
what's your
some
experience,
people,
Jasmine?
I've been on a few dates from the dating apps, and
Mm-hmm.
I've had pretty good experiences overall.
Okay.
Um, in that I met some nice, normal men who,
Nice.
uh, you know, were kind to me, and we got along.
Yes.
Um, I know people who I have a friend who her current boyfriend, they met on a dating app, and she's had a lot of
Oh, is that the
success.
one that came to the house?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a sweetie
Um,
pie.
and they went home actually last week.
Oh, they went
Um,
home again.
they went home to meet her family.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Oh, family,
Yeah.
family
So
intros.
yes. So I think that it's like 50-50 with the dating apps. I think that it works out for some people and some people it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, general take. Yeah, I think that if
Mm-hmm.
you like to date, DC is definitely a place where you can absolutely do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think, especially as things are opening up again, that it's an easy place to meet people,
Yeah.
to even run into people that you have known from other places, just because it's such a melting pot
Mm-hmm.
of young professionals from all over the country, all over the world, and lots of places to go on dates. Some of these
So
places
many places.
mom and dad have been talking about. So you could definitely meet people there. I did learn recently that DC does have one of the highest gay populations in the nation. So I think that's
Mm-hmm.
something to consider
Yep.
if you are not gay. Um, and yeah, I think that it's a
But
lively.
is that affecting your dating, you know, experience?
I'm not sure. I just didn't know that.
Okay.
So,
I
um,
did.
I did
dad
too.
knew. And now it makes sense. Now I'm like, I'm not really sure how I didn't know that. But it was like, oh, okay, cool. So definitely,
But is it like, I mean, I know you didn't date in Atlanta that much, but is it like Atlanta where it's like dudes are like, I don't think the dudes hide here as much as they do in Atlanta. Can
well,
I say that?
you wouldn't know, mom, because if they're hiding, then they're hiding. So,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if I can speak on that as an authority, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um yeah, I think that no matter what your sexual orientation is, if you are into dating, you absolutely can do that here. And I know people who have met their spouses here,
Yep.
um and it's definitely a fun dating scene.
Completely agree, Jess.
I think it's a great dating
Completely
scene.
agree.
There's so many things to do
Yeah.
outdoors. You can do indoors.
Mm-hmm.
You can, if you want to go to a bar and drink, if you want to try new restaurants, if you want to do nothing and not spend much money, go hang out. There's so many different parks here. You can do a different park almost
Yeah.
every weekend
And
here.
you can definitely have brunch.
Oh my gosh. Tell them about brunch, Jazz. Brunching in DC.
Gosh, it's such a thing.
It's like a
It is a thing, y'all.
it's like we haven't even gotten into it yet. We're like scared because it's like you have to like understand where you are,
Yeah.
what time to go, who is going to be there, how to dress. It's a lot.
And now Tracy and I are discovering the speakeasy.
Yeah, we're like that. That's our lane.
We're
The
like,
speakeasies.
okay,
Woohoo,
that's
yes.
what's
If you
up.
don't know what a speakeasy is, it's like a hidden, cozy, intimate, small bar. They usually don't have windows in the DC area, and they're usually underground. And it's just a take on prohibition when prohibition was in effect and people still wanted to drink alcohol. They would go to these places and drink. So that's what Heath and I have been doing. We've been exploring the speakeasies of DC.
Yeah, we might have to we might have to do a little video content.
I
on
love them. I love them. It's like my new favorite thing. We went to one last night, and ours had a private room.
Heath and Tracy
And
speak.
it had like this stage behind our booth. Wait, private room. So me and my girlfriend got up there. We were dancing for our husbands. It was so much fun. It was
a
so much
little bonus to the atmosphere.
fun. Wait, he was like taking pictures, and Reggie's like, "What are you doing? Get down."
A little
We're
adult
so
fun.
different. Our little adult fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for that, Jasmine.
Awesome,
Yes, so
Jazz.
dating in DC is a thing. And remember what we say all the time, guys. It's about your mindset.
Yeah.
Start with where you are
Mm-hmm.
and what you want, and move from there. Don't try to take on other people's ideas about living here and their experience here, because it's going to be what you want it to be. It has nothing to do with what other people have going on.
You
right?
create it. You create it.
Right. Okay. Yes, Ron. Super chat. Super chat.
Ron Henson.
Ron Henson got another question for us.
Woo.
Okay. Go ahead and read it,
Ron.
baby. Is black business?
Is black business ownership popular with blacks in DC?
Wow. I'd have to say here is one of the best places to have a black business and black people. When you say, Jasmine?
Yep.
I would say it's like it's, and even our lighter persuasion counterparts want to honor those businesses, which is, I think, unlike the other places that I've lived.
No doubt.
It's like the white counterparts here. They're like, "Oh, a black business? Let me give my money to them." It's interesting. It's really refreshing. And I would say most definitely advertise if you're a black business here, and move with that. We just started a new thing in our house where everybody's tired of cooking, and it's summer. And I said, I want a delivery meal service, but I don't want the national brands, and I want it black owned, and I want a black person cooking for me. It's nothing against the rest of everybody. That's just what we wanted as a family. And so it was so easy to find.
Yeah.
I found a person. I'll give you the review in a couple weeks, but I found someone. They're going to deliver the food to the house for the week, and it's going to be done. And I can't wait. And it's very reasonably priced. And as I looked at the reviews, her clients were everyone. And people are very supportive here of black businesses. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I think definitely, definitely during the course of the panorama, how it was tracking with social justice and these kinds of issues.
Yeah, it was
highlighted.
highlighted.
I think a lot of people here, right, because of the intelligentsia and the way that people approach things in general, the diversity and really honoring and honoring each other multiculturally, I think is a thing, right? And so as people have increase their exposure to things that they didn't know about, I think that you also see that in a big way here, right? Because people who don't look like us are really leaning into the things that they didn't know and weren't aware of. And they say, yeah, I can get behind that. I can support that. And I'm all about it.
Yeah. What would you say, Jazz?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think people of color were definitely impacted a little differently in the pandemic. And I do know some of my favorite black owned places did end up closing. But I do think that they'll be able to make a comeback. I don't think that they had to flee the city
right
if they even did that.
Yep.
And I think that all the black owned businesses, at least that I frequent, have such a solid customer base that
they do.
And when they decide to return or evolve, they'll definitely be supported.
Yeah.
Without doubt.
Yeah. And the black community, I think, in general supports, right? With all of the graduates and people that are here as well, right? The Howard grads, Bowie State, all the different schools that are here, the alumni proliferate. They get into connecting and being excellent and working with one another as well. So I think the support is there across the board.
It's huge. It's very you'll be very well supported.
Yeah.
Even within grants and things like that the city distributes. It's just very, very, very encouraged.
Yeah.
Here.
A lot of black-owned businesses in Maryland too. A lot.
Okay. Yeah. I agree with that. PG County mostly. I see a lot in the Falls Church area too. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of ties into what we were talking about last week. I think it was Ron and maybe some other folks have asked us about where black people are really proliferating and excelling, where the upper middle class lives here in that area, right? And so we kind of did a deep dive into PG County, Mitchellville, Kettering, all of these different areas where Black people and Black professionals are concentrated.
Yeah.
And I think that also ties directly into the business structure as well.
Yeah, when you see us living in a certain area,
Mhm.
you're going to see our businesses there.
Yeah.
It's one of those places that is just different like that. You're not going to see many other business. You're going to see those other businesses there too.
Yep.
Because of just the density and then the number of people. So you're going to have all of the services, unlike a lot of areas that are predominantly Black. But here, you're not only going to see those other businesses, you're going to see our businesses too, which is so refreshing. It's
Yeah.
just so cool.
And there's so much diversity in general that
Yeah.
even though you have those cool concentrations in PG and that kind of thing, Black people are certainly, and people of color are certainly woven throughout the DMV, which is really cool.
Yeah, I'd say, and the way I see it when compared to living in North Carolina is the oppression is not as heightened here as it is. I'm gonna just say it, guys. It
No, you
looks,
already said it, baby.
Okay, I just felt like it was being pressed. I just felt like it was being oppressed in North Carolina, whereas here it's flourishing.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that. Okay,
Shout out to our friends in
shout
North
out to
Carolina.
a little transition music.
There's another transition happening in the show.
Yes, we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about next? Designing your life.
The show is going into the next conversation, and we're going to be talking about, in this portion of designing your life, how you can live and not have strife.
Ooh, I like that.
So today, it's all about the network, and we're going to challenge your mindset and let it work. Snaps.
Snaps. Okay.
So this part of the show today we're talking about with respect to designing your life is, a lot of people are used to a supportive network, right? So you understand what that concept is. You got your hype squad, you got your people who are always behind you. If you're going through tough times, they're going to talk you up. They're going to, give you that energy that you need to lift you up and get you back on the road that you want to be on. But today what we're talking about is a little different type of network. We're talking about a challenge network, right? So a support network, people that you can count on when you need help, motivation to increase your confidence when you're down, right? That's what I was just kind of alluding to. But a challenge network is a radically transparent network that keeps you on the right track.
Ooh.
Pushes you and holds you accountable, telling you when you're not quite where you need to be, right? This is just as important as your support network.
I agree with that.
Okay. So why do you need a challenge network? You want to surround yourself with people who make you believe you're capable of far more than you think you are.
Girl, you can do better than that. You can do better than him. You can do better than that job.
You need people that are radically transparent, giving you transparent feedback, and that's going to motivate you to do your best.
I don't like how you're like not really interacting with us lately, and I really, really want you to, maybe, and invite us to more things, or maybe when we ask you to come out with us more. What would you say?
We all know that growth and change are uncomfortable, but can you push? But you need a network that can push you in the right direction when you will not push yourself.
You think maybe when they sense out your fears and they kind of help you get past your fears around things?
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of letting you wallow in them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Soliciting feedback helps you to identify blind spots and how others view us in the world. Ensures that you maintain direction over speed, because one of the things you have to remember is that it doesn't matter how quickly you're moving if you're going the wrong way.
Ooh, say that one again. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter how quickly you are moving if you're going the wrong way.
Okay. Stop right there. Oh my gosh, y'all.
So you need people to challenge you on what you're doing, what's happening.
So that is just so good in this age of hustle. Hustle. I got 3 jobs, and I'm gonna do this on the side, and I got this side hustle here, and then I'm starting this here, and Stop.
Yeah.
Are you even going the right way?
Right.
Instead of always pushing yourself to do.
Absolutely.
Right? are you going the right way? And do you have people around you that are saying, I don't think that's a good idea.
You know, when I was reading through this, I was thinking about a support network versus a challenge network, and how you and I are both. Right, and what we're doing with our audience is that we're supporting them, we're championing them, we're trying to get their eyes to be open to things that are possible. That moving to the DMV is possible. It's applicable to what it is that they want to achieve.
So we're your challenge network.
So we're support network as well as challenge.
Oh,
network.
I love it!
And
Yes.
And I think in addition to that, Jasmine and our other heirs will attest that we are also both for them.
Would you say that, Jazz?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I'm probably a little more on the support side.
Support challenge.
And Tracy
I'm
probably
the challenger.
indexes a little bit more on the challenge side, but we both do that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I cannot count the amount of support conversations that Tracy and Jasmine have had over the years, right? And I definitely cannot count the challenge conversations that Tracy and Jasmine had. And so the point is, I think that you want to make sure that you have both of these in your area, in your space, in your sphere of influence.
Yeah.
And I think they're all needed. And so we'll leave this with the ability to face uncomfortable truths is a superpower.
Yeah, I love that. And I think it's important not to push the people away that do challenge you.
And that goes directly to that, right? Because when you have people that are giving you positive feedback, challenging
not toxic
feedback,
people, guys.
What you want to do is understand that you want to digest that information and really be open-minded and have the emotional intelligence. This whole conversation really is about your EQ. And so what you want to do is make sure that you are taking in this information and using it for good so that you can see the improvement in your life.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Show some love. Show some love.
And that is the Mindset Minute.
That
was about 5 minutes.
That was about 5 minutes. So we got another question. No problem, naturally sweet desserts. No problem. We just love that you all are joining us. You could be anywhere else on this beautiful Saturday morning, and you chose to join us here. And we just want to say thank you. Thank you such.
Love to the audience.
All right. Have you guys been to the White House yet?
My man, Knowledge, what's going on?
Do you plan on taking an indoor tour? So we're going to have to get some video for you. You cannot get near the White House right now. After January, 6th of 2021?
I mean, when they brought the National Guard in?
Yeah. We drove by.
There were troops all over the city.
Yeah, we'll go get some film for y'all, so we'll show it to you next week.
Yeah.
You can't get near the White House.
Yeah,
it won't be happening.
It's a little tricky right now.
It's a little tricky. It's like you need binoculars, and you have to look through steel fences.
Oh man! Like from my office, when I go to my office in Crystal City, look out over the Potomac and the airport. And you can see the helicopters flying around constantly as well, right? So you have the Coast Guard. I was like, what kind of helicopter is that? And so I looked it up. I was like, oh, that's the Coast Guard. I was like, yo, they got the Coast Guard in the city.
The Coast Guard.
But it makes so much sense, right? Because you have these waterways, and there are other ways that, some bad actors can get into the city and do dirt. And so that in conjunction with the president moving around, which is always kind of cool to see. I actually saw I believe it was the president the other day, right? And typically,
you did?
Yeah, when I was on the river with, we had like a work thing, and so we did like a little boat tour on the river. And typically, when they're flying in threes, and it's the Marine One, United States of America helicopters, the big green ones, they fly in three, right? So it's like a whole shell game. If you have some bad actors trying to do some dirt, and so
I'm like, why don't you just? Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
President flew over our little boat the other day. That's always kind of cool. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, the point is that I don't even remember what the point was.
Oh no, baby!
But it's all good.
No, we were talking about the White House, and we were talking.
Oh, the White House, right?
Yeah.
So they have to take these additional measures, right, to keep everything smooth. So that's what's happening right now, Knowledge.
Yeah.
Jasmine, have you been in the White House before?
Jasmine has been to the White House. Jasmine has been on the grounds of the White House. Jasmine has worked at the White House.
Jasmine covered the White House for
a hot minute.
From a journalistic perspective as well, right, Jazz?
I did one event, yes, with the White House.
Okay.
When the Obamas were there.
Tell her story. Tell your story, Jasmine.
It wasn't at the White House. And then Yeah, I think a good way to when I don't know when right now I don't think that they'd be taking people in because
No,
of
No.
the
no.
global situation that we're having.
Right.
Not sure when they're even going to start doing all of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff again, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the easy way to get in there is to volunteer, which is how I went there twice.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh.
so I
Pro tip.
volunteered. I volunteered at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
When they had it all decked out for Christmas time, and that's when the public comes and does tours. And so I did volunteering instead of just doing the tour.
Okay,
And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I
Mm-hmm. It's
didn't
okay,
yeah,
know
baby.
it was a volunteer thing.
It's okay,
yeah,
baby.
that's how I got those little like pamphlets.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I just handed out pamphlets for a few hours and then told people which way to go, this way through the garden, this way through the hallway. And then basically, they kind of, you have a Secret Service friend kind of hovering around you and you chat with them
A
for a
Secret
while. And then
Service
when they're
friend.
done, you get to go and do the tour yourself.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
good way to meet people, and it's a good way to get some good souvenirs, some good
Mm-hmm.
memories, good pictures because you're a volunteer, so they give you a little more time
Oh, nice.
to take pictures and look at stuff. So I did that at Christmas, and then I did it in the spring for the garden tour.
Okay.
Or there, well, when there was still a garden.
That's dope. That's dope,
Yeah,
Jazz.
now the garden's gone.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Jasmine and her White House experiences, sharing with
Well,
the audience.
we wanted to say thank you so much, dear, for joining us today.
Thank you,
And
Jasmine.
we'd love to have you back.
We love your
Sure.
We'd
contribution
love to have you back.
to the
Let
show.
us know if you want Jasmine to come back, y'all.
Do
Let
y'all
us
want Jasmine
know
to
if you
join us
want
again? Please
Jasmine
type
to join
yes
us
or no.
again.
Yes or
Please
no
type
in the
yes or no in
comments.
the comments.
Should Jasmine return? We want to know
We
what your
want to
thoughts.
know these things.
Are there any final comments that we want to touch on before we go, baby?
No,
In
just
the
read every.
no, I mean in the comment section.
No,
I
we're
mean.
just everybody's saying wow, thank you, and dope. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. Is Jasmine more popular on my show than I am?
Oh no, don't ask that question.
It's your show.
Oh no. Am I feeling? Should I be feeling a certain type of way out here for Princess Jasmine on my?
He thinks yeah, special you all. He's very special. But we just wanted
It's all
to
good. It's all good. Tisha. It's all good. It's family love. It's Heath and Tracy love.
Yeah, and she's part of you, baby.
She
so
is.
it's
She
you know,
is.
it's there's no her without you. So how's that?
That's true. my mom used to say, "Child, you won't have a chance at the courthouse." Y'all don't know that one, do you?
No.
You know, back in the day when people,
Unmistakably your child.
yeah, when people were like, "No, that's my child. Hey, my baby. How you know that's my baby? Who said that was my baby? Child, the courthouse would take go on telling them stories, Mr. Turner."
So we just want to say thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed your time with us, and we want to see you again next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And
Yes.
remember,
wherever you're going, don't just live there.
design your life there.
We love you.
We love you.
Reach out to us if you need us.
Bye.
Thank you, Jay.
That's it.